you for watching my channel. Please like and subscribe. I'm going to share some safety tips because things got real yesterday. My poor neighbor lady, before I got home from being in the Matrix, was home alone while she was being robbed. Poor lady. Fortunately, I think I came just in time. So I got home and my neighbor lady come running up to me and told me she just caught some porch pirates. Luckily, she didn't just walk out the door while they were there because there was two of them, a man and a woman. And she's right after she got done telling me what they looked like, they came back. They came around the corner. And I said, "Is that them?" She said, "Yeah." So I'm not going to delve into the whole story, except things got jiggy. Police got involved. It was wild. So my first piece of advice, and I am giving you advice from real life experience. Okay, I lived in New York, and it's not just New York where things get crazy. Learn some basic self-defense of any kind. Be prepared to do your best to defend yourself because you never know when the Joker is going to come out of the box, the devil's going to come knocking on your door. I mean, hopefully you never have to use it like CPR. It's good to know though, because you never know. You never know when the devil's going to come knocking, or whatever you want to call it, when some scumbags who decided, well, maybe we missed something. Who knows why they were coming back, but they did, and I was there, and well, let's just hope that we chase the snakes in the grass away. I'm going to share a link to Simply Safe. That's what I have. And I'm getting this right now for the link I'm going to share, but I have it just in my house. There's lots of other bells and whistles. Still, I'm paying. I'm not going to say this is what you're going to pay, but I'm paying $15 a month, and it's well worth the peace of mind it gives me at night. Because this was broad daylight. Broad daylight when this happened. It was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon when I got back, and they'd already done this, and they were walking around. Broad daylight. Wasn't at night. So luckily, at night, it does make me feel a little better to know if anybody breaks in that an alarm will go off and give me a chance to wake up and get my protection. So my first, like I said, go to some self-defense classes. If nothing else, it'll give you more confidence. Always be aware of your surroundings. Now, this lady did what police recommend to do. Don't let them know. This is like in general. Don't let them know you're home. If they happen to break in and you're there, find a place to hide. Do your best don't let them know you're home alone. Find a place to hide. Call 911. Hope they don't hear you. This lady, I don't know. She didn't go outside. Fortunately, they were only on her porch. Well, still, there was two of them. She was alone, and there was a man and a woman. I just, it's sad world we're living in. Fear. And I could go into a whole spiel here. I'll try to keep it simple. I'm not your typical yo guy. I'm not all into the, oh, let them steal your stuff. Who cares? Whatever. It's not my nature. It's just not my nature. Personally, I caught some woman out front, a couple here, different person, whipped the door open, said, "What are you doing?" Now, there wasn't nothing on my front porch even, so, but still, she was snooping around. I whipped the door open, "What are you doing?" But, like I said, take some self-defense courses, talk to police, find out. Like I said, I know that the police recommend, like this lady, she was home alone. I don't know, she called her husband. You should call the police immediately, though, then call. But she called her husband when I guess I just got in the right place at the right time, because literally I got home. She came running and told me what had just happened. And they came around the corner. And the poor lady was like, and I was like, "Is that them?" She's like, "Yeah." And it escalated from there. Things are getting, as everybody knows, there's this, the place I went to yesterday, the receptionist was, I don't know, we got on the subject of the price of gas and groceries, and she was just terrified. So I'm, mommy, I'm a natural mommy, and I said, don't, the number one thing is to not live in fear. Don't live in fear. Don't allow whatever's going on. I think 99% of us, or a big majority of us, agree there's something going on. For whatever reasons, to me, it's the number one thing is there's fear mongering going on. And of course, you are going to be afraid when gas is going up, groceries are going up, all the interest rates are going up, all the stuff's going up, up, and crazy. Like I told her, I said, don't live in fear. There's lots of safety tips I need to recollect from the ancient history. When I lived in New York, you didn't go out at night. You just didn't. Not unless you absolutely had to, or you're with a group of people. Always be aware of your surroundings. Let people know that a lot of people are down on social media a lot. Hopefully the police never have to use it, but always let people know where you're going to be, when you're going to be there, and if at all possible, don't go alone, especially these days. I mean, when I lived in New York, I lived in Rochester for 8 years, and of course, I made the Mecca to New York City a few times. Thank God I was young and crazy. I was one of the crazy ones. Getting robbed in the grocery store parking lots is very possible. Do your best to park close to the grocery stores. Have some kind of protection, a taser. I don't recommend mace, because a lady friend of mine had an ex-boyfriend that was stalking her, grabbed the mace and sprayed her in the face with it, with her own hand, grabbed her. That's why I don't recommend mace. I prefer a taser, because you can hide it in your hand. There's lots of different kinds now, and you can tase them without them knowing before it's too late, before they have a chance to use your own weapon against you. Take safety courses. There's all safety courses. Take safety courses to learn how to use your weapons. All of them. I feel so bad. This world it's sad. It's just sad. Uh, so I'm going to keep working on some safety tips, but those are the main basic things. Luckily, this happened in broad daylight. Luckily, the police came. Well, they came after most of the excitement was over. But luckily, it was daytime, and they did show up relatively fast. But that's the other thing. There's always a possibility it could take 20 minutes. 20 minutes before police can get to you. Possibly. I'm just worst case scenario. But I've taken classes about what happens when stuff gets jiggy. So I'm going to keep researching this. Get a dog if you can, or, if you can get a dog that you can take care of. Protection, protection, protection. So I'm going to leave a link to SimpliSafe. Their customer service is great. I pay $15 a month. Easy to install. One time when I wasn't home, my husband had a false alarm. Anyways, somehow, the alarm went off and whatever. But it was an immediate response. There wasn't any waiting. They immediately called and said, they said, what's going on, basically, more professionally. So, like all the customer service representatives are telling you, stay safe out there, for real. Thank you for watching.